Hi students, welcome to Engineering Graphics class. ഞാൻ Prof.Vinodkumar. In this video, we are going to discuss the questions belonging to the second module that has come for the university examination of KTU on 25th October 2021. 2019 scheme for the second semester. It came for the second semester students. The two questions from second module belongs to projection of solids. Let's discuss those questions. First question, that is question number 3, that is module 2, first question, that is question number 3. Question number 3 says that a square pyramid is resting on HP on a corner of base with the square base inclined at 30 degrees to HP. That means this angle, the angle which the base makes with HP is 30 degrees. The angle the base makes with HP is 30 degrees. This angle is 30 degrees. And the two sides containing this corner. There are two sides containing this corner. One is this and the other is this. Two base edges containing this corner make equal inclination to HP. For that, you have to keep the pyramid like this. 45, 45, 45, 45. So this is the symbol position. How do I draw it? 45 degrees, 45 degrees, 45 degrees, 45 degrees. Or you can say the two diagonals are, one diagonal is perpendicular to XY, one diagonal is parallel to XY. That's the symbol position. A, B, C, D, O, P. Project the elevation A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, O dash, P dash. Plan and elevation of the square pyramid resting on HP on its base with an edge of base 45 degrees to VP, or all base edges equally inclined to VP. That way also you can say all base edges equally inclined to VP. I will mark the dimensions. This is 60, 25. Okay, now redraw this elevation. With the C dash on XY. I rewrite it as C1 dash. This is the base. So draw a 30 degree line. At C1 dash. Draw a 30 degree line. Take this distance, base, mark here. You get A1 dash. Get its center. Get D1 dash. This length is equal to this length. It's an isosceles triangle. To take that length, this is center cut and arc, you get the corner O1 dash. So you have redrawn this elevation. This elevation and this elevation are geometrically the same, but at a different orientation. What orientation? The base making 30 degrees to XY. Then project a new plan. You know how to draw a new plan. Draw vertical projectors down, draw horizontal projectors. Vertical projector through A1 dash and horizontal projector through A meet at A1. Similarly B1, C1, D1, O1, P1. This A1 dash, O1 dash, when you look from the top is visible. So A1, O1 is visible. So this completes the plan. Now the pyramid is resting on HP on a corner. With the base making 30 degrees to HP and the two sides containing this corner making equal inclination to HP. It is already making equal inclination to HP. It is not visible here. You cannot show it here. Okay. Now, the question says, draw the projections when the axis makes 60 degrees to VP. What is that 60 degrees? That 60 degrees is phi of the axis. If phi of the axis is given, how can you draw? You have to redraw this plan after finding out beta of axis. What is beta of axis? Beta of axis means the angle between plan of the axis and xy line. Angle between plan of axis and xy line. ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത് ആക്സിസും വി പിയും തമ്മിലുള്ള ആംഗിളാണ്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഫൈ. ഫൈ തന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ വരയ്ക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല, ബീറ്റ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കണം. ഓക്കെ, നൗ there is an interesting aspect in this question. How will you find beta? Draw a line. I am making the construction separately. Draw a line. Draw a line. Take true length of axis. What is true length of axis? True length of axis is this, O1 dash P1 dash. Take true length of axis and at phi draw a line. What is phi? Phi is given as 60 degrees. Phi equals 60. Phi equals 60. True length of axis. How much is it? It is 60 mm. Okay. Draw a locus. Take the plan length of axis. What is plan length of axis? O1 P1. Take O1 P1 and this as center. Try to cut this. It will not reach the locus. It will not reach the locus. What does it mean? The question is wrong. This question is wrong question. Question is wrong. The value of phi given is too high, so that theta plus phi becomes more than 90. So the question cannot be drawn. What is theta of axis? Theta of axis is actually 60 degrees. When this is 30, this is 60. So how much is phi possible? Phi is possible only up to 30. But phi given is 60. So the question cannot be drawn. It is a wrong question. It is a mistake of the examiner. Ignorance of the exam, or negligence, you can say. Negligence of the examiner. Okay. Now, what to do? You can correct the question and draw if you want. You can correct the question and draw. How will you correct? You will assume that beta is given. What is beta? Beta is the angle between plan of a line and xy line. Beta is the angle between plan of a line and xy line. Question says, question പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത് axis makes 60 degrees to VP എന്നാ. That is phi. No, എന്ത് പറയണമായിരുന്നു? What they should have said? Plan of the axis makes 60 degrees to xy line എന്ന് പറയണമായിരുന്നു. Plan of the axis makes 60 degrees to xy line. What is it? Beta. So if beta is given as 60, you can draw. Now let us assume beta is 60. Let's correct the question ourselves and make beta equal 60. Agreed? Now we are going to draw it. What to do? Take any point on the xy line. Draw a line. Beta equals 60. Now take this length and mark. Take this length, mark. Take this length, that's same. Mark. Draw a perpendicular here. Mark. Mark. Connect. I am drawing the same thing there. What is this? This is A2, B2, C2, D2, P2, O2. Agreed? Same thing redrawn there. Now draw vertical projectors up. Draw horizontal projectors. Locate the points. A2, A1 dash, A2 dash, B2 dash, C2 dash, D2 dash, P2 dash, O2 dash. When you look in this direction, the base is nearer to the observer, apex is nearer to VP, apex is nearer to VP, base is nearer to the observer, so the full base will be visible. Agreed? Now connect them to the apex. This is the solution. How is the pyramid now? The pyramid is resting on HP on a corner of base, with the base making 30 degrees to HP. The two sides, two edges containing the corner making same inclination to HP. We don't know how much they are, but they are making same inclination to HP. When you keep like this, we ensure that these two sides, when tilted, will make same inclination to HP. Then, plan of the axis making 60 degrees to XY line. So this is the question. This is the answer to the question if you correct the question. The question as it is wrong. You can take it as granted. Agreed? Okay. Now let us do this by auxiliary projection method. We have used redrawing method. Let us do by auxiliary projection method. Same symbol position. Same symbol position. Then what? Draw x1, y1 through C dash. How? Making 30 degrees to the base. Draw a new plan. You know the procedure. How do you draw a new plan? Take the distance of the previous plan from XY and mark on the respective projector. A is this much away from XY. A is this much away from XY. So take the distance, mark the same distance from X1, Y1. Similarly. Okay. So this is A1, B1, C1, D1, P1, O1. Connect them. This is the new plan. Now what? As you already seen, beta is to be taken as 60 degrees. If it is 5, you cannot draw. So extend this. Beta equal 60. It's too much. Beta equal 60. X2, Y2. Draw projectors perpendicular to X2, Y2. Take the distances of the previous elevation. A1, A dash is this far away from X1, Y1. We have to take the distance from X1, Y1. A dash is this far away from X1, Y1. So on the projector, this far away is A1 dash. B1 dash. D1 dash. C1 dash, 0 distance. P1 dash, O1 dash. Since the base is nearer to the observer, the full base is visible. Therefore, full base is firm. Plan XY elevation. Plan XY elevation. If you are not comfortable, you can make X2, Y2 horizontal so that plan will become below XY, elevation will become above XY. Great. This is auxiliary projection method, provided you assume what? Assume beta equals 60 degrees. Agreed? Now we will do the second question. The second question in the second module. It's a cylinder. Okay, we will do that. Now, coming to the second question of the second module. It's about a cylinder. The question says a cylinder 40 mm diameter, 50 mm axis length rests on VP on a point of its base circle, rests on VP on a point of its base circle with the axis making 45 degrees to VP. Axis making 45 degrees to VP. What is on VP? A point of the base circle is on VP. There is nothing on HP. It is not on HP. It is resting on a point of its base circle on VP with the axis making 45 degrees to VP and front view of axis making 35 degrees to XY line. That is alpha of axis equals 35 degrees. Agreed? So this is a simple position. Keep the cylinder on VP on its base. What's the elevation? Elevation is a circle. I draw a circle 40 mm diameter. A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash, G dash, H dash. I have taken 8 points on the circumference of the circle. I am taking 8 points for convenience. Actually, when you draw with instruments, you must take 12 points to get perfect shape. I have been telling it in all my videos. In the എല്ലാ വീഡിയോസിലും ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട് സർക്കിൾ വരയ്ക്കുമ്പോൾ സിലിണ്ടർ വരയ്ക്കുമ്പോൾ സർക്കിൾ വരയ്ക്കുമ്പോൾ 12 ജനറേറ്റർ എടുക്കുകയാണ് പെർഫെക്റ്റ്. കറക്റ്റായിട്ട് കിട്ടില്ല അല്ലെങ്കിൽ. പക്ഷേ ഞാനിവിടെ ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെൻറ്റ്സ് ഉപയോഗിക്കാത്തതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ 8 ജനറേറ്റർ എടുത്ത് വരയ്ക്കുകയാണ്. നിങ്ങൾ എങ്ങനെയാണ് വരയ്ക്കണമെന്ന് എനിക്കറിയില്ല. പല പുസ്തകങ്ങളിലും 8 ജനറേറ്റർ എടുക്കാൻ പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ അതൊട്ടും സേഫ് അല്ല. ഓക്കെ, നിങ്ങളുടെ സാർമാർ കോളേജിൽ യുവർ ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് എന്ത് പറയുന്നോ അതുപോലെ നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യുക. ബട്ട് ഐ വിൽ അഡ്വൈസ് യു ടു ടേക്ക് 12 ജനറേറ്റേഴ്സ്, 12 പോയിന്റ്സ്. ഓക്കെ, A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash, G dash, H dash on one side, I dash, J dash, K dash, L dash, OP ഞാൻ ആക്സിസിന് വേണ്ടി മാറ്റി വയ്ക്കുകയാണ്. L കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെ M dash, N dash, Q dash, R dash, axis O dash, P dash. Okay, when you come to the plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Q, R. Agreed? Elevation and plan 50 mm, 40 mm diameter. Now redraw this plan. How do you redraw the plan? Redraw the plan in such a way that E comes at E1 on XY line and the axis makes 45 degrees. Axis 45 degree ഉണ്ടാക്കുമ്പോൾ ഈ ആംഗിൾ എത്രയായിരിക്കും? ഈ ആംഗിളും 45 ആയിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു പോയിന്റ് XY എടുത്ത് 45 ഡിഗ്രിയിൽ ഈ ലൈൻ വരച്ച് ഈ കാണുന്ന ബേസ് ലെങ്ത് 40 mm എടുത്തിട്ട് മാർക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ട് റെക്ടാംഗിൾ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക. സോ ഡ്രോ ദിസ് ലൈൻ ഫസ്റ്റ് ആൻഡ് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ദ റെക്ടാംഗിൾ. Don't draw the axis first. If you draw the axis first, you will go wrong. Draw this side, or you can draw this side also. Draw this side. What this is? If this is 45, this is 45. Draw that side, then complete the plan. This plan is same as this plan. ഈ കാണുന്ന ഡിസ്റ്റൻസുകൾ എടുത്ത് അതിൽ മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യാം. ഈ കാണുന്ന ദൂരം എടുത്താൽ അവിടെ നിന്ന് ഇങ്ങോട്ട് മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യാം, ഇവിടുന്ന് അങ്ങോട്ട് മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യാം. ഈ കാണുന്ന ദൂരം എടുത്താൽ സെൻട്രൽ മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യാം. അത് തന്നെ അവിടെ ഇവിടെ മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യാം. സോ A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, F1, G1, H1, I1, J1, K1, L1, M1, N1, Q1, R1, axis O1, P1. So you complete the second plan. Draw vertical projectors up, draw horizontal projectors. You get all the points. A1 ekkulla vertical projector, A dash ekkulla horizontal projector, A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash, D1 dash, E1 dash, F1 dash, G1 dash, H1 dash, O1 dash, I1 dash, J1 dash, K1 dash, L1 dash, M1 dash, N1 dash, Q1 dash, R1 dash, P1 dash. You have got all the points. Now you have to connect them. How will you connect? The base is nearer to the VP. Base is ABCDEFGH. IJKL MQR is the top. Base is nearer to VP. The top is nearer to the observer when you stand and look for the elevation. ബേസ് വി പിയുടെ അടുത്താണ്, ടോപ്പ് നിങ്ങളുടെ അടുത്താണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഏത് കാണും? ടോപ്പ് കാണും. മേക്ക് ഇറ്റ് ഫേം. ബേസ് കാണൂല. You have got the elevation. Now, how is the axis now? The axis now is parallel to HP. The axis now is parallel to HP. The question says the front view of the axis has to make 35 degrees to XY line. Here, front view of axis is making 0 degrees to XY line because the line is parallel, axis is parallel to HP. The axis is inclined to HP so that the elevation of the axis makes some angle. How much is that angle? 35 degrees. So what you have to do? You have to redraw this elevation. How will you redraw? Draw a 35 degree line. Draw a 35 degree line. On that line, choose O2, P2. Agreed? Choose O2, P2. Mark these points. Draw perpendicular lines through them. Okay. Now, this is what? A2 dash. This distance is equal to this distance, so mark on this. What is this? B2 dash. This is H2 dash. This distance is equal to this distance. Mark on this. This is C2 dash. This is G2 dash. This distance is equal to this distance. Mark them there. Then this. C, D, E, F. Similarly, mark here also. What is this? This is I2 dash. J, K, L, M, N, Q, R. You have got all the points. You have got all the points. Connect them. You have got the same elevation redrawn here. Since I am not following dimension, there is considerable difference in shape, but when you draw this to dimension, you will get it perfectly well. Now, draw vertical projectors and horizontal projectors to get the final plan. Let's draw the vertical projectors down. Three plus 3 plus 2. Then axis also. Okay. Okay. Horizontal lines. Since I am not following dimensions, there will be differences, but when you draw this to dimension, you will get them perfectly well. Even though there are differences, I will manipulate and get a proper shape for that. Don't worry about that. Okay. Now, A A2, B2, C2, D2, E2, sorry, E2, F2, G2, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H2, O2. Okay, then I2, J2, K2, L, M, N, Q, R, P. We have got all the points. We have got all the points. Now let us connect them. You're looking from the top. You are looking from the top. This will be visible. Since I am not following proper dimensions, it is not looking very good. The problem is mainly with this side. This side has to be much better than that. But approximately this shape will come. So this is the beta equals 35. The cylinder is resting on VP on a point of its base circle with axis making 45 degrees to HP and the front view of the axis making, that is beta 35. Front view of the axis making 35 degrees to XY line. So symbol, position, elevation and plan. Then redraw the plan, project the elevation, then redraw that elevation and project the plan. This is the redrawing method. If you go for auxiliary, I will just give you a shape. I do not know whether any of the students will be using auxiliary projection method in this particular problem. Auxiliary projection method is actually very useful, very quick, but it requires Very good knowledge. So what you have to do? You have to draw x1, y1. You have to draw x1, y1 here 45 degrees, x1 x1, y1. The board is wet, so I am not able to x1, y1. Draw projectors through all points. Draw projectors. Draw projectors. Take the distance to the elevation and mark on the respective projector. You will get an ellipse here. Half of the ellipse will be base, that will be invisible. The front top, the top ellipse will be visible. Now extend this. Draw x2, y2. Beta equals 35 degrees. Draw projectors from all these points. Draw projectors from all these points. And when you draw, what distance you have to take? You have to take the distance of the previous plan. You are going to, this is elevation, this is plan, this is elevation. You are going to draw a plan here. This is a plan there. So you have to preferably mark this is x2 and this is y2. This is a plan there. Now, take the distance of the previous plan from the previous xy. This is the previous xy, this is the previous plan. So take these distances and mark. When you do that, you will get the this is the shape of 1 minute. This is the shape of plan. This is the plan. When you look from the, this will be fully formed. This will be fully formed. This will be fully formed. This part will be dotted. This will be fully formed. This will be the shape of the plan. Plan XY elevation. Plan XY elevation. Redrawing method consumes less time, but you have to be very thorough about the procedure. Simple position elevation, plan, auxiliary elevation, final plan. When you draw the final plan, take the distance of the previous plan from previous xy. This is the previous xy, which is called x1, y1. This is the previous plan. So take these distances and mark so that you get, mark them on the respective projector to get the final plan. Okay, this is auxiliary projection method. I hope you understand. Thank you.